Good morning, avocado roller family. I'm back with you again. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and I know for most of you, you're just now getting up. Myself, I got up about an hour ago. I try to get up at 5 every morning. And I know for some of you other individuals who are way more just got it here going, you're up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You've already exercised, you've ate breakfast, heck, you've even completed a few tasks. Fantastic. I'm loving it. For myself, I was up at 5 this morning. Got my room cleaned, took a shower, read my book, did some stretches while I was in the shower, got my teeth brushed. I haven't ate breakfast yet. I usually eat breakfast after I'm done lifting or doing my exercises in the morning. Right now, all we're going to be doing is just going through their day. First exercise, bring your leg, tuck it in the inside of your leg. And all we're going to do is, what I like to teach here is you'll see a lot of people collapse their shoulders to try to reach their toes. Focus on keeping that hip straight, keeping that body straight, and just bending over. You don't need to collapse that shoulder. You're wanting to feel that stretch come from your lower back. You're not trying to, so you're bending over here at the hips. You're keeping those shoulders nice and relaxed. Maybe put them out on this leg, but you don't want to see your shoulders coming forward at all because that's not where we're stretching. We're stretching this lower back, this hip, this hamstring, all the way out through the foot. And it's really important, with like any of our exercises, make sure that you're keeping those feet flexed, spreading those toes. Make sure you're forcing your toes to spread, and then you're reaching for it. Don't collapse the shoulders. Just simply bend over at the waist and just hold it there. How's everybody's day going? How is your day going? What have you told yourself this morning? Have you told yourself that you look beautiful? Have you told yourself that you look handsome? Have you reminded yourself that you're smart? Have you reminded yourself that your opinion matters? Have you reminded yourself how important you are to yourself and to the individuals around you? These are good early morning boosters. I know a lot of individuals, they're like, oh, I take pre-workout, I take energy drinks to start my day. Me, I don't drink coffee. I'm definitely not an energy drink fan at all. I used to be big, but then I had some heart problems from it. And I'm only 30, and I had some heart problems from some energy drinks, especially for individuals who drink it excessively. Be careful. Be careful. I wanted to put that out there for y'all. We're going to switch up other side. We're going to go over here to this foot. We're just going to bring it in. Bam. Spread those toes. Flex that foot back towards you. Really feel that stretch in the calves and behind the knee. Up through the hamstring. All the way into the glutes. And you're just going to keep it here. My motivators in the morning are just reminding myself who I am. What I mean to myself, what I bring to the world around me, what energy do I want to put out there for the day. These are important key factors and perspective to keep when you're just walking throughout your day. So, keeping those legs out in front of you. This one tucked up now. Bam. Foot flexed. Just leaning over. Keeping that head up. Usually I look at my wall or my Christmas tree or my home sweet home sign over here, just something that keeps my head up, my neck straight, and I'm not bending it over like this or causing any extra pressure. Just keeping that spine straight. Bam. Now you will see me move my head forward in some exercises, but when I'm doing alternating side to side, I don't like to lean my head down. It gives me a weird pull that I have accidentally pulled something in my back and my neck before doing it, and I just found it super uncomfortable. Next one, we all know these. They're famous. They're undeniably the best growing stretch I've ever had. Butterflies. Real simple exercise, y'all. Feet together. Feet together. Boop, boop. Drag those feet in as close as you can. I know a lot of people hold it. For myself, I don't like the rounding of the shoulders and the back. That's just me personally. So I try to force my feet to stay there instead of slide out, because a lot of people keep it there because their feet will tend to slide out, and that's fine. And what I would like you to challenge yourself to do is wherever your feet slide out to, just hold them there. Just hold them there, keep them there, and just focus on stretching this out. When this is stretched, you'll be able to pull them up there and sit comfortably. But for now, if you're out here, 3 feet out in front of you, and this is as far in as you can go, fine, bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? Bam. You can come up here and put it like that. Awesome. Everybody is at a different spot in their training and in their development of body. So, wherever you're at, feel comfortable, stay comfortable, get there, stretch it out, and as you feel at that comfortability point, when you feel like it's just like, oh, this is easy, scoot it in a little bit more. Do it till it's easy. And scoot it in a little bit more. And a little bit more. And a little bit more. And soon what you're going to find out over the next, 6 to 8 months, depending how often you do these stretches, you're going to find yourself going from where I was, which was way out here, to now I'm able to get it up at least, I would say, 8 to 10 inches away from my body. So, and why I don't hold on to my feet and I force my arms out, even though my shoulders aren't back all the way, it's a better position than being rolled forward, opens up my chest, and also allows me to use my arms to push my legs down. And then if you can't hold your feet there, put your hands right here on the front of your legs instead of your feet, and that brings you into a better positioning for better breathing. And you're just going to sit here and you're going to force these legs down, and then you're just going to count. And you can go 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 seconds, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Personally, for myself, I find an optimal time for each one of these stretches to be anywhere between 2 to 3 minutes a hold, personally. That's me being a taller guy, having a little stiffer muscles and stiffer joints just throughout the day. So I find myself holding these for 2 to 3 minutes. Sometimes what I'll do, especially on this one, because 2 to 3 minutes kind of gets irritating for me. So what I'll do is, like, between the minute and minute and a half mark, I'll sit here and I'll keep the feet together. I don't take the feet apart for this one. I just bring them up. My feet do not come separated at all. They stay flat up against each other during this exercise. And the reason why I'm doing this is a few different reasons. One is to mix up the rotation for your growing. So now your growing is coming in, going out, coming in, going out. So now you're stretching it, but you're also working those contractions and getting that muscle used to that movement. And by doing that, eventually that movement is going to go from being this tight to a little bit looser, to a little bit looser over time, from boom, 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 gradual gains. And so over time you're going to notice, oh, I went an extra inch. Oh, I went an extra 3 inches. Oh my God, my feet are touching. They are touching all the way now. Wow. And that is my goal personally. But from what I've noticed and what I've researched, in order for your feet to tuck up right into your growing area, there is your flexibility has to be really impressive. Not saying that it's not possible, because everything is possible. It just requires a lot of hard work. And I know if you're on this channel, you know what it takes to put in the hard work. And I hope that you know what it takes to just being yourself. Just be yourself. Listen to your body. Next exercise, because I always like to start from the legs up, and I know a lot of individuals teach like active motion in the morning to like wake up your brain, and I know some of you ain't always there yet, and some are like, yeah, I do need pulls. Well, that's good. I understand. You know, now that we're stretched out, I like to come up and I like to stand. Those feet pointed forward, a little separated. Then again, we're just coming back down. Keeping those hands at the side. This is that 90 degree that I've taught you. Keeping those hands at the side to allow for a flat back, straight spine. And now we're just bending over. And it's really important to remember just keeping that flat back, that flat head when you're coming through these bendovers. You know, keep those knees bent a little bit. There's no reason to lock them in place. Even when you're doing exercises, you don't want to lock your knees into place. So I always practice good mobility, how I would be doing it if I was stretching and lifting in the gym. So I always keep my knees bent a little bit when I'm doing my stretching. Feels more natural, feels more comfortable. Say if you're in this position, right, and you want to stretch them out a little more, then yeah, bring it up nice and slow, lock it, bring it down. And that right there is going to be good for your hip rotation through here. Going to be good on your lower back to wake up that lower back in the morning. We're going to come here now, and we're just going to give it some nice simple, if you got a chair here or a wall, just going to give it some nice ups, over, down. Don't let your foot touch it if you can. Up, over, down. So boom, 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 boom. And I'll do 10 of these with y'all just so you can see the motion. And what this is going to help is internal, external rotation for your hips. Boom, allowing your hips to really open up. Bringing that synovial joint fluid to help you get moving better in the morning. If you're a factory worker, this will help you with your bending, your lifting. Overall, good feeling. Switch it up here. You know, I got my handy dandy metal chair here for balance as well. For myself, I don't open up the chair anymore. I just kind of use it as a two-leg prong, just like that, to help myself balance. If you feel the chair opening, just close it back. Same over here. Foot is pointed straight, up, out, down, up, boom. Now, if you can't do 10 of these, that's okay. You will get there. You will absolutely get there. Boom. All right. So that internal external rotation is going to be good for your hips, making sure that you can do this all day. Ooh. Bye. Make sure you can go like this. Oh, I feel so good. I feel so good. Some of you wake up in the morning and this motion right here is killing you. I don't know why. Or you go to bend over early in the morning, you're like, oh. Oh, you got one shoe. You went through that whole motion to get one shoe. Now, I'm not saying this is everyone's fault and that this is a problem with you as far as maybe not making the right choices or maybe you have a medical condition. What I'm saying is, even at the ages of 50 and 60 years old, you should not be making those noises. Maybe a couple groans, but when I hear individuals at my age, at 30 years old, making these noises, yo, I need to help y'all. Like, honestly, there's no reason you should be 30 years old and going, oh, oh man, I'm so tired. Oh, why am I tired? Why is my body hurt? So, with that being said, I hope these really help y'all just get up and be motivated. All right, another exercise since we're off the ground. Grab your famous little white pole here. Hey, this is a shower curtain, I believe, or once was a shower curtain holder, but now it's just my metal pole for massaging. So go ahead and grab your metal pole. Like I said, an inch will probably work out just fine. I'm going to lay that right there on the ground. Scoot this back for you so you can see. And we're standing here. We're enjoying our day. Maybe you have your cup of coffee in hand. You're like, man, you know what? I want to have my cup of coffee. Cool. Imagine me with my cup of coffee. Ooh, yeah. And you're just standing here. This is your morning. Oh. Rolling out these feet. I like to start from the front here. Myself. I like to get it right in between the toes. So what I'll do is I'll actually stand here. And I'll just relax. Because physically you're not doing anything with your upper body or your hips right now. Right now what we are focusing on are the muscles. They go through your feet. They come across your calves. They go across your knees. So see, now you're seeing I warmed up my hips. Got the legs stretched out, which run in behind the knee. I got the legs stretched out and rotated for the internal rotation across the knee. But sometimes you have to build from different areas. So for myself, I like to always warm up my hips first because it makes me feel better when I'm standing here. And then also when I'm doing these exercises right here, you wanna commit to this exercise right here. As much as you all don't think so, like most of you'll hop on and go like this. Awesome. That was great. You didn't do anything. You didn't stimulate any dopamine. You didn't stimulate your nerves in the ways that they should have been stimulated. You didn't massage the muscles deep enough. So we're back here again. So this exercise right here, like I've said in my videos, I'll spend 15-20 minutes on each foot. We're obviously not going to do that for this video, but this is a quick example of what I do to get started for my days and how I complete my mornings. So getting into it, I always try to force my toes to stay wide. Always, always, always. I'll put the pipe right here in between my toes, and sometimes I'll just let it sit there. I'll scoot this back so you can see it. So toes on top, just like that. All of them if you can. And what I'll do is I'll just stand there, take a step forward, right? Take a step forward, boom. And I'll just let them stretch. You're going to feel this in your big toe, mainly. And you're going to feel it in your calf as well. And you're just going to hold this. I highly suggest holding this from anywhere between 2 to 3 minutes. If you set out 30 minutes worth of time to do stretching and 30 minutes worth of time to do exercise, you're perfectly okay. And 1 hour out of your day, there's 24 of them, you only sleep 7 or 8 of them, and you only spend 8 of them doing work or 10 of them doing work, most average. So that means for 18 hours of the day, unless you're a parent who has another individual they need to take care of, I totally understand. But if you're a single individual, there is no reason you can't do this. Zero, zip, zada. You can even do these exercises while your favorite television show is on in the background. And you won't even break a sweat from some of these. And it's not about breaking a sweat. It's not about, doing what the other person can do. This is simply doing what you can do. You will find your area in which you push yourself in. You will know how hard you need to push yourself. You will gain the motivation as you move along through this channel. I will give you motivation to keep it up. 325 pounds, 2010. Do you think I ever stopped telling myself that I would not make it to this point? No, never. Never, ever, 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 ever have I ever stopped telling myself, ooh, that one is going to be painful, that I would not make it. So, if you're 5 or 10 or 15 pounds away from your goal, you're there. You got this. You got this more than what you think. You got this. So, after I've worked on my front of my toes, I then move to the front balls of your feet, right here. And what I'll do is I'll just do a back and forth motion. Now, depending on how much pressure you put, it's going to depend on how deep you get these muscles. You know, so I like to do a nice back and forth here. And you'll see me do that throughout my whole foot. I'll just do a nice back and forth. Making sure I'm still forcing those toes to stay spread. And the reason I say that is because it's going to tighten some muscles up in there. And those muscles are not supposed to be tight when your toes are spread. Your toes are naturally supposed to be spread. We are meant to walk barefooted. So naturally our toes are our balancing point. So just like a cat or a dog, when they walk, you know, their toes are constantly reacting to their environment, helping them with balance. And a lot of the times what happens is the human foot, our toes get so stagnant like this that their natural ability to keep us balanced and constantly flex over the day and over material has changed due to society wearing purposeful shoes. You know, these shoes keep our toes like this, keep our feet like this, when our foot is naturally supposed to move with the ground and the earth and shift and rotate. And when your foot is not doing that, it's like your back being in one location all day on ground, just like this. Ooh, let me stand. Or better yet, if you're bending over like this, this is a better representation of how your foot will feel after all day. Your feet are the most important aspect of making you feel like you can stand on them all day. Like, honestly, enough of you don't exercise your feet, and that's okay, because maybe you didn't know how to exercise your feet. Maybe you've never seen anybody do this before for their feet. So when you get here, so like right now I'm right here, we're moving it forward. Ooh. Ooh. Keeping that toe wide, those toes wide, really change the aspect of this. See, I can relax my toes, see? Relax them, no problem. But then I can spread them. Whoo! Ooh, I feel it here. I feel it here because of that big toe. That big toe gets so tight, so tight. So when you flex it, right, it pulls that muscle, which is normal. That's how it's supposed to work. But what I try to focus on myself is when I'm stretching that muscle like this, pulling those feet back and stretching that muscle. A lot of the same ways when you're sitting on the ground and you pull that foot back and you spread the toes, you feel it through your calf, your hamstring. Well, it's the same as standing up. The only difference is when we're flexing this toe and now rolling this muscle that is connected to that big toe, those little toes running up through the back of your ankle into your calves, are now having the opportunity to become more loose. And what that's going to do is relieve that tension on your knees, relieve that tension in your ankles, your heels, your toes. You're even going to feel better when you throw your shoes on. You're going to have the blood flow that pumps through your feet. Now me, I've had some really bad varicose veins in my life. It's hereditary. It's no big deal. But one of the biggest issues with varicose veins is how the veins clump up and cause blood issues. And I will say that prior to doing these exercises for rolling my feet, I had terrible blood flow to my feet. And I could actually, I don't know if you can still see them. Yeah, I still have varicose veins here and here, which don't bother me none at all. But what I have noticed is as I've rolled more and I've caused more blood to be pushed to that area, my varicose veins don't look um, as terrible. So I've noticed with massaging techniques and moving those veins and keeping that blood flow over time, I have noticed that they haven't gone away, but they have substantially gotten smaller. So that has been super nice. All right, here, pipe straight. Oop, almost fell. Pipe straight, foot across, just like this. This is just a nice simple one. This is just to get that side to side on the front of the foot here. So, in between all those joints. Might come off the pipe a few times, that's okay. But this is for all your toes here. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, I can hear that heel pop. If I had a microphone up against my heel right now, you could hear how tight the heel is from all the walking on the concrete. You can actually feel each individual muscle in your heel from how tight it is when you're rolling over that joint here and that ball of your foot. You can feel every little muscle just working its way out. And what you're going to find is once you start working that heel out like this, your ankles are going to feel fantastic. And also, your knees are going to feel a lot better too. Switch it, other side, same thing. Toes, step forward. Allow for that stretch. I'll get sideways here, allow you to see. So toes, here. Get straight with it. Let's take a step over. A little bend here. Keep that back leg straight. And let those toes just stretch out for a bit. Remember, 2 to 3 minutes. Before this video, we're shortening it. Boop, 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 boop. All right. And you're gonna come back. Foot straight. I'm just gonna come right here. I know that when I'm right here, I try to focus on keeping my toes open, but sometimes it's hard because the pipe wants to slide out from underneath my toes. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just do this motion right here. I'll fall, forward. Let fall, forward. Let fall, forward. Let fall, forward. And so what I'm doing is when I get it here on the toe and I'm getting ready to bring it forward, I bring it up just a little bit to where I can control it right here on the big toe. And I spread the foot. And I spread my foot as much as I can. And push through. And then same here. We're going to go from that, working those inside the toe. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Oh. I'm really sorry if these noises disturb any of you. Oh my. Oh. Oh. Just some mornings you're just gonna wake up and you're gonna hop on this just like this, and you're literally gonna be like, man, what the heck did I put my feet through yesterday or this week? Or if you're just now doing it for the first time, holy moly, what I put my feet through for my last little bit of life. And again, working those areas. little by little. Oh, spraying those toes. Oh, yes, you. Yep, that's what I'm talking about right here. Oh, getting on that hill right there. Whoa. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh, wow. Oh, awesome. Now that you have finished with your feet, ooh, and they are feeling good. Yeah, feet are feeling good. Yes. Now that your feet are feeling good, it's important to remember that not only with your lower body, your upper body needs to be worked as well. These are just a few extra exercises to add to your morning routine. I highly suggest doing these to keep you flexible, to keep you motivated to continue to pursue better health. These few exercises are super simple, beginner level, and really are stepping stones into creating your future self. I hope that these exercises help you, and I always like to remind everybody on this channel, I am not a professional, and if you have any issues as far as not having normal function of your body, please see your doctor, consult them about any of these exercises prior, and then click that subscribe and like button and share button down at the bottom for AvoRollar family, and let everybody know how this is helping you. Let me know down in the comments what I can do differently for you. Thank you so much for everything that all of you do on the AvoRollar family page. Keep it up and keep that good energy. Get out there, kill your goals, and kill your dreams like we all do. And love yourself and love others. Talk to y'all later. Peace out. Yeah, 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 yeah.